Imagine transforming everyday scraps into something beautiful, breathing new life into forgotten pieces, creating tiny pockets of nature in unexpected places. That's what we do here at our Shaka Aesthetic Studio, finding the extraordinary in the ordinary, one garden idea at a time. In today's video, we'll explore creative, budget-friendly garden ideas made from recycled materials. Perfect for those who want to add a touch of green without breaking the bank. If you find something you like, timestamps are in the description. Jump to the parts that inspire you. And if you have questions or your own ideas to share, drop them in the comments. Maybe I'm just another voice on your screen. But behind this content is a real person, a real family, and a real dream. Your support, a simple like, a thoughtful comment, or a click on that subscribe button, means the world to us. It's what keeps this dream alive. Thank you for being here. Thank you for seeing us. Now, let's get creative. One, Upcycled Tin Can Planters. There is a quiet kind of magic in the small corners of a garden, the places where life finds a way, even in the most unlikely of containers. Here, the morning sun spills over a wooden fence, casting soft shadows on a row of painted tin cans. Their surfaces shine in gentle pastels, mint green, butter yellow, coral pink, each one cradling a small cluster of basil and thyme, their leaves bright and full of promise. It's a simple arrangement, but one that speaks of patience and care. The kind of quiet, satisfying work that turns the forgotten into the beautiful. A few steps away, another windowsill catches the golden afternoon light, its edge lined with tin cans that have been transformed into playful, colorful homes for small herbs and flowers. These cans are painted with childlike whimsy, tiny suns, bright blossoms, and cheerful little faces that seem to smile as the breeze stirs their leaves. The scent of fresh mint and rosemary fills the air, mixing with the warm, sunlit dust, creating a small, living gallery of color and life. And high above the city streets, on a small balcony where the noise of the world fades into the background, another kind of garden clings to a brick wall. Old soup cans, their labels still faintly visible beneath a layer of soft gold paint, hang from a simple metal grid. Their contents, trailing vines with tiny, heart-shaped leaves, cascade down like green waterfalls, their tendrils catching the last light of day. Overhead, a string of warm, glowing bulbs casts a gentle light on the scene, turning the hard edges of the city into a softer, more inviting place. This is the art of small gardens, the act of turning everyday objects into tiny sanctuaries of life and color. It's about seeing potential where others see waste, about finding beauty in the overlooked and the ordinary. It's a way of saying that even the smallest spaces, the forgotten corners and the narrow ledges, can hold life and meaning. And as the sun dips below the horizon and the air cools, these tiny green worlds breathe softly, their leaves whispering of life, hope, and the quiet power of renewal. 2. Mosaic stepping stones. Imagine a quiet garden path, where each step leads you deeper into a small, hidden world of color and texture. The grass is soft underfoot, the air rich with the scent of fresh earth and damp leaves. Along this path, sunlight dances across carefully placed mosaic stepping stones, each one a tiny masterpiece, handcrafted from broken tiles, sea glass, and ceramic fragments. Some of these stones are round, their designs swirling like the sun's rays, radiating outwards in concentric circles of warm terracotta and cool turquoise. Others are square, their surfaces a patchwork of green and blue, like the fractured light at the bottom of a clear, forest stream. The patterns are intricate but imperfect, the edges uneven and the pieces slightly misaligned, each one a testament to the hands that placed them, to the patience required to turn something broken into something beautiful. As you walk, your feet find the coolness of these stones, their surfaces polished smooth by rain and time. Ferns unfurl their delicate fronds on either side of the path, their deep green contrasting with the bright, fractured hues of the mosaics. The stones catch the light as you pass, their glassy surfaces glinting like jewels in the morning sun, each one a small burst of color against the rich, dark soil. There's a quiet kind of satisfaction in knowing that these paths were not bought, but built, piece by piece, memory by memory, with fragments that once held tea on quiet afternoons or framed the edges of forgotten photographs. This is the art of creating something lasting from the overlooked and the broken, of turning shards into steps, of finding order in the chaos of shattered porcelain and glass. And as the wind stirs the leaves above, and the dappled sunlight shifts through the branches, the path itself seems to come alive, each step a reminder that beauty can be found in the most unexpected places, in broken dishes, in forgotten tiles, in the small, unplanned moments of a garden walk. Three, teacup bird feeders. There is a certain kind of magic that lives in the quiet corners of a garden, where the gentle rustle of leaves and the soft hum of bees create a symphony of life. It is here, in the dappled shade of old trees and the golden warmth of the morning sun, that forgotten teacups find a second life. Imagine walking along a narrow garden path, the air fresh and cool, the ground still damp with morning dew. You turn a corner and there, nestled among the wildflowers, stand delicate teacup bird feeders. Their fine porcelain surfaces, painted with soft pink roses and delicate green leaves, catch the first light of the day. Small birds, their feathers bright and their eyes curious, flutter down to perch on the rims, dipping their beaks into the seeds scattered inside. It is a scene straight from a forgotten English garden, a moment of pure, simple beauty. Further down the path, an old, twisted tree stands proudly, its branches hung with dozens of mismatched teacups, each one gently swaying in the breeze. The cups are tied with rough jute twine, their floral patterns still visible beneath years of wear. As they clink together, the sound is soft and musical, a gentle reminder of long-ago tea parties and quiet afternoons. The sunlight filters through the leaves above, casting dappled shadows on the ground below, creating a scene that feels both timeless and full of life. And by the edge of a small pond, where the water reflects the vibrant green of the surrounding garden, another row of teacup bird feeders stands, their porcelain bowls lined up like tiny soldiers, each one waiting to welcome a feathered guest. The cups are old and chipped, their edges worn smooth by time and touch, but still they stand, their beauty undiminished by the years. Birds flit back and forth, their wings a blur of color and light, their songs filling the air with a quiet, joyous energy. This is the beauty of a small garden, the way it turns the ordinary into the extraordinary, the forgotten into the cherished. It is a place where old things find new purpose, where the broken and the worn are given a second chance. And as you walk through this garden, your feet brushing against the soft petals of wildflowers and the cool edges of smooth stone, you are reminded that sometimes the smallest, simplest things can bring the greatest joy. Four vertical crate shelves. There is a certain beauty in the simple things, the rough texture of aged wood, the cool, dark shadows cast by sturdy crates, and the bright green of young leaves stretching toward the sun. Against a brick wall, weathered by time and touched by countless passing seasons, old wooden crates have found new purpose. Stacked carefully, their open faces cradle pots of herbs and fresh greens, each plant a small, living testament to the power of transformation. Basil leaves unfurl, their edges slightly curled from the morning sun, while mint spreads its vibrant green fingers, its scent carried gently on the breeze. In another corner, painted crates shine brightly against a balcony railing, their surfaces washed in soft whites, their corners sharp and clean. Marigold blooms burst forth in brilliant orange, their petals catching the last rays of the setting sun. Tiny string lights, like fireflies caught in a moment of stillness, weave between the pots, casting a warm, golden glow as the day fades into dusk. This is a place for quiet conversations, for stolen moments with a cup of tea, for the simple pleasure of watching life grow. And on a sunlit patio, pastel crates lean against a bare concrete wall, their colors soft and soothing, gentle lavender, pale mint, and blush pink. The crates hold terracotta pots filled with thyme and lavender, their fragrant leaves brushing against the rough wood, their roots digging deep into the cool, dark soil. Empty glass bottles and a weathered watering can stand nearby, catching the light and casting long, gentle shadows as the afternoon wears on. These small gardens, built from forgotten materials and humble objects, speak of resilience and renewal. They remind us that beauty can be found in the simplest things, in the rough grain of old wood, in the curve of a terracotta pot, in the delicate curl of a green leaf reaching for the sun. They are places of quiet growth, of slow change, of life unfolding one small, green leaf at a time. Five picture frame plant displays. There is a quiet kind of magic in the way old frames can transform a simple garden wall into a living gallery. Against the rough texture of aged brick or the soft, sun-bleached grain of an old wooden fence, these frames hold not photographs or paintings, but something far more alive: clusters of succulents, trailing vines, and the delicate, silvery tendrils of air plants. In one corner, a collection of pastel frames glows softly in the golden afternoon light. Inside each frame, tiny succulents nestle together like the pieces of a living mosaic, their colors shifting from deep green to soft lavender to the warm blush of a desert sunset. The rough texture of the brick behind them provides a perfect backdrop, its warm, earthy tones making the vibrant leaves seem even more alive. It is a wall that breathes, that changes with the light and the seasons, that whispers of quiet growth and patient care. Around another corner, where the light is softer and the air cooler, an arrangement of dark wooden frames holds pots of lush, trailing ivy and bright green ferns. The frames themselves are old, their edges chipped and their surfaces scratched, but still they stand, their rough, gilded edges catching the light in small, warm flashes. The plants spill over their edges, their leaves reaching for the cool, damp air, their tendrils brushing gently against the brick wall behind them. This is a place where time seems to slow, where the air is thick with the scent of damp earth and green leaves, where the smallest details, a curling leaf, a single drop of dew, take on a quiet kind of significance. And in a forgotten corner of the garden, where the light is softer and the shadows longer, empty frames lean against a weathered wooden fence, their outlines framing clusters of air plants and small, prickly cacti. The frames are old, their paint chipped and their edges worn smooth by time, but still they stand, their empty centers filled with tiny, living sculptures, their sharp, silver leaves reaching out into the warm, humid air. Here, in this small, hidden place, the garden becomes a gallery, a living museum of green and growing things, a quiet reminder that beauty can be found in the most unexpected places. It is a place of slow change and quiet growth, of life unfolding one small, green leaf at a time. Six, Cutlery wind chimes. There is a gentle kind of music that lives in the garden, a soft, metallic whisper carried on the breeze. It is the sound of old silverware, of spoons and forks and knives, polished by years of family meals and quiet conversations, now hanging in the cool shade of a garden tree. Their surfaces catch the morning sun, their edges smooth and familiar, their once quiet lives now given a new purpose. In the gentle sway of a summer morning, a ring of aged cutlery dangles from a weathered piece of driftwood, each piece clinking softly against its neighbor. The sound is light and clear, like the gentle chime of distant bells, a reminder of simpler times and quiet moments spent in the company of family and friends. The forks and spoons hang at different lengths, their handles polished smooth by years of use, their tines and bowls catching the light in small, bright flashes. It is a sound that brings the garden to life, that makes the air feel a little fresher, the sunlight a little warmer. On another branch, a line of silverware hangs from the rough, twisted arm of a tree. The pieces sway gently in the breeze, their polished surfaces catching the soft afternoon light. A few glass beads add a touch of color, their smooth, round shapes contrasting with the sharp, angular lines of the cutlery. The beads sparkle in the sunlight, their colors shifting and changing as the wind stirs the leaves above. It is a simple arrangement, but one that adds a touch of life and movement to a quiet garden corner. And further down the path, where the trees are taller and the shadows deeper, a more rustic wind chime sways in the breeze, its pieces hung from a pair of rough, weathered branches. The cutlery clinks softly against the wood, their sounds blending with the rustle of leaves and the soft, distant call of a songbird. It is a scene that feels both ancient and alive, a small, simple piece of art created from the overlooked and the forgotten. These wind chimes are more than just decorations. They are small, living pieces of history, reminders of shared meals and quiet conversations, of long summer evenings spent in the company of those we love. They are a celebration of the small, simple things that make life beautiful. The sound of wind in the trees, the feel of sunlight on your skin, the quiet, steady rhythm of a garden in bloom. Seven, painted rock cacti. In a sunlit corner of a garden, where the air is warm and the light is soft, a small cluster of painted rocks stands proudly in a simple terracotta pot. At a glance, they might fool you. Their rich green hues and dotted spines mimic the form of real cacti so perfectly that you almost expect to feel the prick of a thorn if you reach out to touch them. But these are not plants. They are stones, polished smooth by wind and water, given new life by a careful hand and a bit of bright paint. There is a quiet charm to this arrangement. The rocks sit atop a bed of sandy gravel, their deep green surfaces dotted with tiny white strokes that mimic the sharp spines of a desert cactus. Some are tall and slender, standing straight and proud like sentinels in the sun. Others are small and round, their surfaces dotted with playful patterns that catch the light like tiny stars. Together, they form a small, silent forest of stone and color, a reminder that beauty can be found in the simplest of materials. On a nearby windowsill, a row of smaller pots holds more of these stone cacti. Their shapes are more varied, some short and round, others tall and oval, their surfaces marked with delicate, hand-painted patterns that dance in the sunlight. A single red flower blooms on one of the stones, a small, playful touch that hints at the hand that painted it. The white gravel that surrounds them catches the light, adding a touch of brightness to the deep green of the stones. And on a nearby table, a wide, shallow bowl holds a whole garden of these painted rocks. Their surfaces are alive with color, bright yellows and pinks mixed in with the deep greens and soft whites of the painted stones. They sit together like a small, carefully tended garden, each one a tiny work of art, a celebration of color and form and the quiet, simple beauty of a carefully placed rock. In a world that often feels rushed and cluttered, these simple arrangements offer a moment of calm, a reminder that even the most ordinary of materials can be transformed into something beautiful with just a bit of paint and a touch of imagination. They are a small, quiet celebration of the power of creativity, a reminder that even the hardest, most unyielding of objects can be transformed into something soft and welcoming with just a bit of care. 8. Old ladder plant stands. Imagine stepping into a cozy little garden where creativity blooms in every corner. The morning sun gently kisses the leaves, and a soft breeze carries the scent of fresh herbs and flowers. You're not just in any garden, you're in a space crafted with love, ingenuity, and a touch of rustic charm. One of the most captivating sights is a series of tiny planters crafted from colorful tin cans, each filled with vibrant herbs and small flowering plants. Their pastel hues, mint green, soft yellow, and coral red, stand in charming contrast against the wooden fence. It's as if these cans, once discarded, have found a second life as thriving little homes for basil, thyme, and rosemary. Placed neatly along the garden path, they create a harmonious blend of utility and beauty, guiding you through this little sanctuary. Nearby, a weathered wooden ladder leans casually against the fence, transformed into a tiered plant stand. Each step holds a terracotta pot bursting with fresh greenery, while tiny garden gnomes keep watch with their mischievous grins. The old ladder, now serving a noble purpose, tells a story of renewal, a reminder that with a little creativity, even forgotten objects can become the heart of a garden. Your eyes wander to another delightful sight, clusters of colorful mosaic stepping stones laid thoughtfully across the grass. Each stone is a masterpiece, crafted from broken ceramics and colored glass, their intricate patterns glinting in the sunlight. They form a whimsical path, inviting you to wander deeper into this handmade paradise. As you step carefully from one mosaic to the next, you can't help but admire how something once shattered now brings so much joy and beauty. Above, fluttering gently in the breeze, a quirky wind chime made from vintage silverware tinkles with a melody as the wind dances through. Forks, spoons, and knives, polished to a soft shine, dangle from a reclaimed wooden ring. It's not just a musical piece but a statement, a celebration of giving forgotten things a second chance. Just around the corner, you spot something unexpected. Small, round stones painted like cacti, nestled together in terracotta pots. Their emerald green hues, adorned with tiny white patterns resembling spines and flowers, trick the eye into believing they are real succulents. It's a playful illusion, a touch of whimsy that speaks of imagination unfettered by the mundane. And as you take a step back, the full vision of the garden unfolds, framed succulents mounted on brick walls, like living paintings that tell tales of growth and resilience. Each wooden frame cradles a cluster of succulents, their fleshy leaves bursting with color, a gallery of life displayed in the most unexpected way. The magic of this garden lies not just in its beauty, but in its soul. It whispers of sustainability, of finding charm in the discarded, of giving life to what once seemed useless. It's a reminder that nature, when paired with a little human creativity, can transform even the humblest materials into something truly magical. So, as you sit on a rustic wooden bench, sipping your morning coffee, you can't help but feel a quiet pride. This garden, with all its recycled wonders, is a testament to the power of imagination. It doesn't just grow plants, it grows hope, creativity, and a gentle reminder that beauty can indeed come from the simplest of things. Nine, terracotta candle holders. As the evening settles into the soft embrace of twilight, the garden whispers its secrets through the rustle of leaves and the gentle hum of insects. There is a quiet magic that only emerges as the sun dips behind the horizon, casting a golden hue that gradually deepens into the cool blues of night. It is in these moments that even the simplest elements can be transformed into something enchanting. Imagine a winding garden path, each step softly guided by the warm, flickering glow of tiny flames. Terracotta pots, humble and unassuming by day, come alive as dusk falls, their rough, earthen surfaces absorbing the last rays of sunlight before offering them back as a warm, embracing glow. The candlelight, cradled within each upturned pot, dances gently, casting playful shadows on the stone path below, like silent whispers of summer nights. A table nearby, set for an intimate gathering, carries the same warm glow. Scattered among the herbs and fresh greenery, small pots with carefully cut windows cradle flickering tea lights. Their warm, steady flames mirror the calm conversations and shared laughter that fill the cool air. Each pot tells a different story, some with simple, rustic openings, others with carefully painted surfaces that reflect the personality of their creators. The effect is both grounding and ethereal, like the warmth of old friends around a fire. And then, there are those painted in soft pastels, their surfaces weathered and textured, each brushstroke adding a layer of personality. The gentle glow within escapes through small cutout shapes, creating a soft, starlit effect against the aged wood of the garden fence. These pots stand in quiet contrast to the more rustic, unpainted ones, their charm lying in the subtle play between shadow and light, the rough and the refined. It is a reminder that even the most ordinary objects, when touched by the creativity of human hands, can become something beautiful and meaningful. A simple terracotta pot, once a vessel for life, becomes a vessel for light, illuminating paths and hearts alike. As the evening deepens and the stars take their places above, the garden settles into a soft, peaceful glow. It is a place where memories are born, where conversations linger, and where the warmth of handmade creations reminds us of the simple beauty in the world around us. Ten garden poles, PVC or dowel art. There's a quiet charm in the way a garden comes to life, not just through the flowers it nurtures, but through the creativity it inspires. Imagine a space where the hum of bees and the rustle of leaves are framed by vibrant bursts of color. This isn't just a garden, it's a living canvas, a testament to the power of recycling and artistic expression. In the heart of a small garden, wooden poles stand proudly, painted in a riot of colors, each stroke telling a different story. The sunflowers, with their bright yellow petals and rich brown centers, stand tall and radiant, their faces forever turned to the light. They are the guardians of this green haven, symbolizing warmth and positivity. The swirling red and blue patterns on the other poles dance like the wind, their curves and spirals reflecting the unpredictable beauty of nature. Here, every color choice is a celebration, a nod to the untamed creativity of the human spirit. These poles are more than just decorations. They serve as vibrant sentinels, marking the boundaries of this tiny paradise. Planted firmly into the rich, earthy soil, they rise amidst clusters of marigolds and lush, fragrant herbs. The marigolds, with their fiery orange blooms, add a sense of grounding to this vertical explosion of color, their scent keeping the garden's air fresh and the pests at bay. As the sun dips lower, casting long, soft shadows, the painted poles take on a different life. They become silhouettes against the warm hues of the setting sky, their colors deepening into richer, more mysterious tones. The garden, once bright and lively, now whispers its stories to the evening breeze. This setup isn't just about visual appeal. It's a clever use of recycled materials, old fence posts, bamboo sticks, or even repurposed PVC pipes. Each piece, once destined for the landfill, now breathes new life, reminding us that even the simplest things can become beautiful with a little paint and a dash of imagination. As you stand in this colorful sanctuary, you might find yourself reflecting on the quiet power of creativity, how it can turn the ordinary into the extraordinary. This garden, alive with color and texture, becomes a living example of how a few recycled pieces can transform a small corner into a place of peace and inspiration. Mirror illusion walls. Imagine stepping into a garden where time seems to pause. The air is thick with the whispers of leaves brushing against ancient brick walls, and the sun casts a dappled glow through the gently swaying branches. In this secret sanctuary, forgotten mirrors cling to the weathered walls like memories of another era, their golden frames embracing the wild, untamed spirit of nature. As you walk deeper into this green embrace, you find yourself surrounded by reflections that capture both the living and the inanimate. Each frame holds not just a piece of the garden, but a glimpse into its very soul. Vines curl around the ornate edges, their tendrils slowly reclaiming the space, as if to say, "This is ours now." It is a place where nature and art meet, where the boundary between the real and the imagined blurs into a living dream. One frame captures the warmth of summer blooms, their vibrant colors mirrored and multiplied, creating a window into a brighter, more vivid world. Another, slightly tarnished with age, holds a darker secret, reflecting only the dense canopy above, a reminder that even in the light, shadows linger. Yet, there is magic here. The mirrors not only reflect but amplify the life around them. They double the green, triple the flowers, and multiply the light, turning a small corner of the world into a lush, endless forest. It is a space for daydreamers and wanderers, a place where the mind can drift, untethered, like a leaf on a slow-moving stream. If you ever find a forgotten frame at a flea market, or perhaps a dusty mirror in your attic, consider giving it a second life. Hang it against the warmth of a brick wall, let the creeping vines find their way around its edges, and watch as it breathes life back into your garden. In time, you might find that these old frames, once forgotten, become the soul of your sanctuary, whispering stories of light, reflection, and the quiet, unending dance of nature. 12. Bottle cap wall flowers. Imagine a quiet corner in your garden, a wooden fence weathered by time, its grain telling stories of passing seasons. But today, this fence is alive, a canvas of vibrant color, bursting with energy. Each flower, each bee, each playful butterfly that clings to the rough wooden surface radiates the spirit of creativity and sustainability. These aren't ordinary blooms. They are petals formed from discarded bottle caps, carefully painted and arranged to form a wall of blossoms that never wilt, never fade, but forever dance with the wind. Creating these whimsical flowers is a journey of discovery. It starts with a simple collection of bottle caps, reds, blues, yellows, and whites, each one a memory of shared drinks and summer picnics. With a few strokes of paint, these humble pieces of plastic transform into petals, their centers adorned with glistening beads or polished stones, reflecting sunlight in a cheerful dance. Bees and butterflies, crafted from smaller caps and bits of wire, add a playful touch, reminding us of nature's delicate balance. As you work, you can almost feel the pulse of life in each piece, the way colors blend and shapes form. It's a process of breathing new life into forgotten objects, of turning the ordinary into the extraordinary. And as you hang each piece, you step back, watching your once plain garden wall come to life, transformed into a vibrant, textured mosaic of color and imagination. It's a simple act of creation, a reminder that even the smallest, most overlooked items can come together to form something beautiful, a celebration of color, light, and life, where every cap holds a story and every flower whispers of renewal. "13. Chalkboard plant signs. Imagine a morning when the sun gently rises, casting its first golden rays on a humble garden corner. Here, the air is filled with the sharp, invigorating scent of rosemary and the soft, sweet aroma of basil. Each plant stands proudly, its identity clearly marked by handcrafted chalkboard signs, their names lovingly written in bright, white script: rosemary, basil, thyme, like whispered secrets of the earth, inviting you to explore their culinary potential. In the first garden, these herbs thrive in dark, rich soil, their deep green leaves reaching upwards, eager to catch every drop of morning dew. The sturdy markers, their chalkboards framed with natural wood, offer a classic touch, blending seamlessly with the rustic charm of the garden. It's a place where the simple act of labeling becomes a gentle reminder of the relationship between human hands and the living world. Move to a balcony garden, where similar signs hang from delicate strings, gently swaying in the summer breeze. The sun casts playful shadows over terracotta pots lined up in neat rows, each brimming with fresh, vibrant leaves. Here, the names are not just labels but stories, each herb a chapter in a gardener's journey, a testament to the patience and care it takes to coax life from the soil. And finally, a lush vegetable patch, where tomatoes blush under the sun and lettuces form tight, leafy rosettes. The signs here stand like tiny, vigilant sentinels, guiding the gardener's hand as they tend to their harvest. Tomatoes, peppers, lettuce, each word a promise of flavor, a pledge of nourishment drawn from the heart of the earth. In these small, marked gardens, the connection between the earth and the gardener deepens. The simple addition of handmade signs transforms a space, giving each plant a voice, each garden a sense of order and intention. It's a quiet, enduring act of care, one that whispers to the soul, reminding us of the cycles of growth, harvest, and renewal that shape our lives. (14) Hanging light bulb terrariums. Imagine a quiet garden, where the gentle rustle of leaves dances with the whispers of a summer breeze. Here, in this lush sanctuary, creativity blooms not just from the soil but from the tiniest of glass vessels. Hanging from the beams of a pergola, these delicate light bulb terrariums catch the golden afternoon light, each one a small world unto itself. Each bulb, once discarded, now breathes new life, cradling a small oasis of sand, stones, and tiny succulents. Their glassy surfaces catch the sun's rays, reflecting gentle prisms of light that flicker with the movement of the wind. It's as if these little glass worlds hold the memories of their past, now transformed into symbols of renewal and hope. As the sun sets, the scene takes on a more magical tone. The light bulbs, strung in a perfect row along a balcony railing, stand in silent formation, their inhabitants quietly thriving. Shadows stretch long and thin, and the air grows cooler, but these tiny glass gardens continue to glow, cradling life within their fragile shells. Beneath an archway draped in vines, the bulbs dangle like glowing fruit, their soft illumination mingling with the last hues of a fading sky. The sight is enchanting, a quiet reminder that beauty can come from the most unexpected places, that even the remnants of our modern world can be transformed into something living, breathing, and inspiring. Creating these terrariums is not just an act of crafting but a gentle gesture of gratitude to the earth. It's a simple yet profound way to bring life to forgotten things, turning ordinary spaces into extraordinary sanctuaries. (15) Old drawer garden boxes. In a forgotten corner of the garden, where the sun gently dances between the leaves, old wooden drawers find a new purpose. Once filled with forgotten memories and creaking with the weight of time, these sturdy compartments now cradle vibrant bursts of life. The aged wood, rich with character, contrasts beautifully against the vivid hues of petunias, marigolds, and lavender. It's as if each drawer, once confined to the darkness of a bedroom or workshop, has finally found its place under the open sky, breathing again. Imagine pulling out an old drawer, its handles cool and worn smooth by the touch of decades. Now, instead of holding linens or tools, it cradles soft soil, its sides warmed by the sun, its corners welcoming the gentle spread of roots. The flowers spill over the edges like secrets whispered in the wind, cascading in wild, joyful abundance. This is the magic of upcycling, where what was once ordinary finds a second life, transforming forgotten pieces into something truly extraordinary. It's not just about giving old furniture a second chance, but about breathing soul into a garden, making it a place that feels deeply personal, where every corner tells a story. Each drawer, stacked and arranged with care, forms a tapestry of colors and textures. Some hold bright marigolds, their fiery petals glowing like tiny suns. Others overflow with the soft greens of trailing ivy, whispering of cool forest floors. Together, they create a garden that feels both curated and wild, a place where nature and nostalgia intertwine. And as the days pass, the flowers bloom and the leaves stretch towards the light. These humble drawers will age gracefully once again, weathering under the rain and sun, growing more beautiful with each passing season. (16) Hanging Macrame plant shelves. In a quiet corner of the balcony, where the morning sun gently brushes the brick walls, delicate Macrame planters sway softly in the breeze. The cords, carefully knotted and woven with patient hands, cradle vibrant green leaves that cascade down like nature's flowing hair. The first image captures this serene beauty, a trio of lush, trailing plants, their tendrils reaching out like gentle whispers, stretching toward the light. The cream-colored pots contrast beautifully against the black iron railings, creating a timeless elegance. It's a simple idea, yet profoundly transformative. With just a few ropes and a touch of creativity, any small space can become a sanctuary of life and calm. Moving to the second scene, the setting shifts to a wooden pergola, its beams holding the weight of hand-knotted hangers. Small ceramic pots, nestled within the sturdy embrace of thick macrame, cradle succulents that thrive on minimal water and abundant light. The patterns of the knots are intricate, each loop a testament to the patience of the crafter. Here, sunlight filters through the greenery, casting soft shadows that dance on the wooden frame, creating a peaceful retreat where time seems to slow down. The final scene captures a play of light and texture against a stucco wall. The pots are terracotta, their rustic orange hue warmed by the late afternoon sun. The macrame cradles, with their natural fibers, add a bohemian touch, transforming a plain wall into a living, breathing tapestry of leaves and light. If you find yourself with a quiet afternoon and a few meters of cord, perhaps you too can create a hanging garden of your own. A simple nod to nature, a small act of creation, and suddenly a bare wall or a quiet corner comes alive, breathing, growing, whispering stories of life and light. 17. Glass jar herb lanterns. Imagine a warm summer evening, the air tinged with the faint scent of lavender and rosemary, gently swaying in the soft twilight breeze. The sun dips below the horizon, casting long shadows that stretch across the garden, slowly giving way to the cool embrace of the night. This is the perfect time to add a touch of rustic charm to your outdoor space, transforming ordinary moments into enchanting memories. Hanging mason jars, each cradling a flickering tea light, dangle from a wooden pergola. The glass jars, repurposed from forgotten pantry shelves, now serve a new purpose, casting a warm, golden glow as the flames dance within. Strands of sturdy wire hold them aloft, swaying ever so slightly, as if whispering secrets to the leaves above. The simple elegance of this design, with sprigs of fresh rosemary and lavender nestled inside, adds a fragrant accent to the soft candlelight, creating an atmosphere that feels both intimate and timeless. As you walk further into the garden, a rustic wooden table stretches before you, its weathered surface adorned with more mason jars, each one a tiny lighthouse casting warm, welcoming light. The air around them feels alive, a gentle reminder that even the simplest objects can bring comfort and warmth when given a new life. The jars, filled with the fresh cuttings of herbs, breathe softly with each passing breeze, their silhouettes flickering gently against the aged wood. And deeper still, beneath the overhanging branches of a sturdy old tree, a cluster of jars dangle like ancient fireflies caught in time, each filled not with flames, but with delicate strings of fairy lights. They sparkle and dance with every shift of the wind, creating a living constellation that whispers to the night, casting playful shadows that skip across the forest floor. This is the art of repurposing, of finding beauty in the forgotten, and of crafting moments that feel alive and everlasting. All it takes is a few old jars, some wire, and the desire to transform a humble garden corner into a place of warmth and wonder. (18) Painted brick garden borders. Imagine a quiet garden in the golden hours of the afternoon, where the warm sunlight filters gently through the swaying branches. It is a space where the air feels a little lighter, and the sound of rustling leaves creates a peaceful rhythm. Here, amidst the symphony of nature, the humble bricks once discarded and forgotten have found new life. Painted in vibrant hues of sky blue, sunny yellow, and warm terracotta, each brick becomes a small canvas of creativity. Dotted with delicate daisy patterns, swirling spirals, and playful polka dots, they form a winding path and garden borders that guide the eyes and the mind on a calming journey through the greenery. The first image captures a circular garden bed, where robust greens push up through the rich soil, framed by a ring of bricks that whisper of a simpler time. These bricks, lovingly hand-painted with small white daisies and bold, cheerful dots, add a touch of playful charm. It is a reminder that even the smallest touches of color can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. In the second image, a path leads the way to a secluded corner, bordered by pastel bricks that gently reflect the light. They form a perfect guide, inviting the feet to wander and the mind to slow down. Between these borders, clusters of wildflowers stretch out, swaying in the breeze like 1,000 tiny dancers, their colors a living celebration of life. Finally, the third scene reveals a more intricate dance of colors, where each brick becomes a note in a vibrant melody, encircling a garden bed alive with the fiery blooms of marigolds and the calming spikes of lavender. It is a scene that feels almost magical, as if each flower were carefully placed to whisper a quiet message of hope and growth. This is the power of repurposing and creativity, to take what once was overlooked and breathe new life into it, to turn the mundane into something that sparks joy and invites reflection. Mini bamboo pergola for vines. Imagine a corner of your garden where the sun filters through lush green leaves, casting soft shadows on the ground. The gentle rustle of leaves sways with the breeze, carrying the subtle fragrance of fresh greenery. This is the heart of a bamboo sanctuary, where nature and craftsmanship intertwine to create a serene retreat. The first image reveals a simple yet elegant bamboo trellis, its vertical structure gracefully supporting climbing vines as they reach for the sky. The bamboo poles are bound together with natural jute twine, their knots sturdy yet humble, reflecting the quiet strength of nature itself. This living framework not only supports the plants but also whispers of ancient traditions, where every knot and fiber carries a story of resilience and patience. Move a little deeper into this green haven, and you'll find a bamboo pergola, its overhead slats casting playful shadows on the cool grass below. Here, the light dances through the leafy canopy, creating a tranquil space perfect for quiet reflection or intimate conversations. It's a place where the air feels lighter, and time seems to stretch a little longer, as if the very bamboo itself is breathing life into the surroundings. Finally, as you wander further, you discover a narrow bamboo passageway, its sides carefully woven into a living lattice. The path leads you through a verdant tunnel, each step echoing with the gentle crunch of pebbles underfoot. Overhead, the vines intertwine, creating a living archway that frames the garden beyond, a quiet promise of discovery and connection to the natural world. Building a bamboo garden like this not only offers a sustainable way to support your climbing plants, but also brings an organic, timeless beauty to your outdoor space. It's a tribute to the art of simplicity, where every leaf, every knot, and every whisper of the wind plays its part in the symphony of nature. Repurposed pallet garden wall. Imagine a small urban balcony, kissed by the soft morning sun, where the air is tinged with the fresh scent of herbs and the gentle rustle of leaves. It's a place transformed, where once only concrete and metal reigned, now a living tapestry of green unfolds. This is the magic of repurposing, a second chance for forgotten pallets, now reborn as thriving vertical gardens. In the first image, the raw, weathered texture of the wooden pallet leans confidently against the balcony wall. Its rough grain tells a story of many journeys, perhaps once a humble carrier of goods, now a frame for life itself. Terracotta pots and vibrant green plastic planters overflow with basil, mint, and a few bold blooms of petunias, their roots reaching down into rich, dark soil. It's a symphony of growth, a reminder that even the smallest spaces can become lush sanctuaries with a little creativity. Move to the second image, and the scene shifts to a more polished corner. Here, the same rough pallets stand tall, this time painted in cheerful stripes of pink, yellow, and blue, like a burst of summer captured in wood. Each slat cradles vibrant flowers, their petals glowing in the afternoon light. Small garden gnomes stand guard, their wide eyes forever watching, tiny sentinels amidst the ivy tendrils that weave through the slats, their leaves stretching toward the light, reaching for the sky. Finally, the third scene takes you to a sun-soaked balcony where the pallets form a living wall, every crevice filled with herbs and flowers. The bright morning sun casts long, delicate shadows, each plant leaning toward the light as if whispering secrets to the wind. It's a living mosaic, a testament to the power of transformation, where even the simplest materials, once destined for scrap, find a new purpose and a new life. As you stand back, the pallet garden becomes a metaphor for resilience and rebirth. It whispers of hope and renewal, where each flower blooming in the wooden embrace is a silent song of second chances, of forgotten corners now brought to life. Wine cork plant markers. Imagine the gentle clinking of wine glasses at a long-forgotten celebration, each cork a silent witness to laughter, memories, and toasts made in the warmth of friends and family. Now, these little remnants, once discarded without a second thought, find new purpose among the tender leaves and rich soil of a thriving herb garden. In the first image, we see a simple yet charming indoor herb garden. Terracotta pots sit by the window, each cradling vibrant green basil, fragrant thyme, and delicate oregano. The cork markers stand like little storytellers, each etched with the name of the herb they watch over. Their rough, weathered surfaces contrast beautifully against the smooth, living green. It's a small reminder that even the humblest of materials can become a part of something beautiful, a gentle encouragement to reuse, repurpose, and rethink what we consider waste. Move outside to the lush garden beds of the second image, where the same cork markers stand tall among rows of fresh, leafy greens. They dot the garden like tiny, upright soldiers, proud and unassuming, their names a quiet declaration of the life springing from the earth beneath them. Each cork whispers the promise of fresh salads, savory stews, and fragrant infusions. The garden feels alive, a testament to the hands that nurtured it, a place where simplicity reigns and nature is cherished. Finally, the third image reveals a scene of abundant growth. Lavender, rosemary, and sage stretch their slender stems toward the summer sun, their scents mingling in the warm air. The corks stand firmly in the soil, their wine-stained tops hinting at past celebrations, each one a small monument to renewal and rebirth. The contrast of sturdy, aged cork against the soft, silver-green leaves creates a sense of timelessness, a reminder that the best things in life often come from the simplest beginnings. This small project, as humble as it may seem, breathes life into forgotten fragments of our daily lives. It's a gesture of care, a way of weaving memories into the fabric of our gardens, where every leaf and stem is a story waiting to be told. "22. Repurposed tire planters. Imagine a rooftop garden that rises above the city, a colorful oasis amidst the concrete jungle. Old tires, once discarded and forgotten, now burst with life, their rugged textures softened by layers of vibrant blooms. Each tire, painted in bold hues of red, blue, yellow, and green, cradles clusters of petunias, marigolds, and geraniums, their petals swaying gently in the rooftop breeze. This is a garden born from resilience, a patchwork of second chances and reclaimed beauty. In the first image, the garden sprawls across a rooftop, the city skyline standing in stark contrast to the lush life that flourishes within these recycled frames. The tires form an undulating sea of color, each one a small, living tribute to the power of renewal. The flowers spill over the edges, their delicate forms a gentle reminder that even in the harshest environments, life finds a way to bloom. The second scene captures the quieter side of tire gardening, where heavy tractor tires, black and rugged, cradle more substantial greenery. A young fruit tree stretches its branches skyward, its leaves catching the warm evening sun, while grasses sway gently in the background, their tall blades whispering in the wind. Here, the garden feels grounded and earthy, a testament to the strength of growth in even the toughest conditions. And then, in the final image, the tires take on a playful tone, stacked neatly against the brick facade of a charming house. Painted in bright, cheerful colors, they burst with pansies, petunias, and tiny vines that cascade down their sides. It's a whimsical scene, brought to life by the tiny gnomes that peek out from the foliage, their mischievous grins adding a touch of magic to the setting. This garden whispers of childhood memories, of long summer days spent exploring hidden corners of the backyard. Together, these gardens tell a story of transformation, a reminder that with a bit of creativity and a touch of paint, even the most unremarkable objects can become extraordinary. "23. Recycled bottle hanging gardens. Imagine a small balcony, once dull and forgotten, now alive with the vibrant greens of fresh herbs and the subtle hues of pastel planters swaying gently in the morning breeze. This is the magic of recycling, the art of transforming the mundane into the extraordinary. In the first image, the narrow space is adorned with repurposed plastic bottles, each cut and painted in soft blues, pinks, and purples. They hang like little whispers of life, each bottle a promise of fresh mint, basil, and oregano. The morning sun filters through the leaves, casting intricate shadows on the textured walls. It's a simple, yet striking transformation, a vertical garden that breathes life into concrete confines, perfect for those with limited space but unlimited imagination. As we move to the second scene, the bottles have taken a more structured approach, neatly aligned along a wooden fence. Here, the plants cascade like gentle green waterfalls, their tendrils stretching towards the earth as if reaching for the roots they left behind. The transparency of the bottles allows you to witness the miracle of growth, roots intertwining, soil cradling life, and moisture collecting like tiny pearls. It's a living wall, a testament to the resilience of nature, even in the most unlikely of containers. Finally, in the third image, a more playful approach emerges. Brightly colored bottles hang from metal grids, a playful dance of red, blue, green, and yellow against the weathered brick wall. Each planter hosts a burst of color, vibrant petals contrasting against the rough backdrop, creating a cheerful, whimsical display. This is more than just a garden. It's a statement, a joyful rebellion against the ordinary, where each bottle tells its own story of rebirth and renewal. Recycled gardens like these are not just about saving the environment. They are about creating small pockets of joy in our everyday lives. They remind us that even the most ordinary items, when given a second chance, can become something beautiful, something alive. "24. Reclaimed window frame planters." There is something poetic about giving new life to old things, about finding beauty where others see only decay. Imagine an old, weathered window frame, its paint chipped and cracked, the glass long gone but its wooden bones still strong. Once it stood proudly as a part of a home, a silent witness to laughter, storms, and quiet summer evenings. Now, it leans against a sun-drenched brick wall, reborn as a living work of art. Its panes, once filled with transparent glass, now cradle small terracotta pots overflowing with life. Succulents of every kind, from the fleshy jade to the spiky aloe, stretch their leaves towards the sun, their vibrant greens and subtle pastels a stark contrast to the rough, worn edges of the frame that holds them. Here, life and decay share space, each enhancing the other's beauty. As the sun moves across the sky, the shadows of the frame dance against the brick, tracing the passage of time in delicate patterns. The air is filled with the faint, earthy aroma of the plants, a reminder of nature's quiet strength, even in the most unexpected places. Nearby, another window frame finds new purpose, this one hanging against a weathered wooden fence. Its white paint, cracked and flaking, tells stories of wind and rain, of long summers and forgotten winters. Within its many small panes, fresh herbs and leafy vines spill over, their tendrils reaching out as if to reclaim the space as their own. The green leaves whisper in the breeze, their soft rustling a gentle song of rebirth. Together, these frames form a garden gallery, a collection of living art that celebrates both the past and the present, the forgotten and the remembered. It is a reminder that, like the frames themselves, we too can find new purpose and unexpected beauty, even when our edges are rough and our colors have faded. 25. Driftwood plant hangers. Imagine walking through a serene garden where nature meets art in the most unexpected ways. The sun gently filters through the canopy above, casting playful shadows on the ground as a soft breeze whispers through the leaves. Suspended in the air, like pieces of natural sculpture, driftwood planters sway gently, each one a testament to the beauty of simplicity and the power of imagination. In one corner, a twisted piece of driftwood, bleached by time and tide, cradles a small forest of air plants. Their silver-green tendrils reach upward, catching the sunlight in a delicate dance, their roots gripping the weathered wood as if clinging to memories of the sea. This arrangement is as much about the story of the wood as it is about the plants themselves, each knot, crack, and hollow telling a tale of storm-tossed waves and sun-soaked shores. Nearby, another branch extends its weathered arms, supporting a cascade of vibrant green vines. The pots dangle like jewels on a necklace, their ceramic surfaces contrasting with the rough texture of the wood. The vines spill over the sides, their leaves catching the sunlight in a burst of life, each tendril seeking out the warmth and brightness of the day. It is a reminder that life, even when given the smallest of footholds, will find a way to flourish. And then, there is a scene that feels almost like a dream, a piece of driftwood hung against the backdrop of a wide, open sea. The pots sway gently in the ocean breeze, the waves below creating a constant rhythm, a pulse that echoes through the wood and into the plants themselves. It is a moment of perfect stillness, where the line between earth, sea, and sky blurs, and the simple act of planting becomes a poetic gesture, a connection to the elements. This is the essence of a recycled garden, a celebration of nature's resilience, a testament to the power of creativity, and a gentle reminder that beauty can be found in the most unexpected places. All it takes is a bit of driftwood, a few hardy plants, and the courage to let nature guide your hand. If this video brought a bit of inspiration to your day, just know that subscribing isn't just a number, it's a lifeline to a dream. It means the world to me and my family. Thank you for being part of this journey. And if something here sparked your creativity, or if you have ideas you'd like to share, I'd love to hear from you. Your thoughts shape this channel, guiding it with heart and purpose. Drop a comment. I read every single one. Thank you, truly.